GM Farcaster. It is Wednesday, December 4th, and you are here with Nownish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. Maybe. I am sporting my super based hoodie today. So yeah,
Awesome.
you can't see the super base part, but it's there. I just noticed your background. Lovely.
I'm
Lovely.
supporting a base background and I have no base merch on.
So we figure it out. Amazing. And I'm going to really quickly just let people know we are live on Twitter. So if you're there, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Say hello in the chat. We love you on Twitter as well. So it was great to see how many people tuned in yesterday. That was amazing. So we're hoping that you're back
we had the
today.
head of Farcaster Comms on our show yesterday.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not bad. He's really not bad. That's the head of Farcaster Comms, the PR guy, if you will. He's also, I think he's biz dev too. I don't know. I hear
and product management.
And product management. And yeah. So that is where we are starting with this cast from you. Woohoo. We hit a new high water mark for live stream viewership yesterday. It was, she wrote it says today, but it was yesterday. Over 700 plus tuned in live. And that was, I was a little shocked by that, watching that number clicking up as we had Dan on. Amazing. And it was a lot of fun. And then so actually,
maybe we shouldn't even bring
this one first. I'm going to talk about it because I want to encourage people not to do this.
Shame people. We shame people not to do something.
Yeah, pretty much. Had a great time on GM Farcaster this morning from Dan. And then somebody saw that and thought, you know what'd be great? Let's launch a token called GM Farcaster. Let's not. This was not us, obviously. So someone we don't even know launched a ticker and used a little bit of that cast from Dan to do that. So I'm just going to say, don't do this.
Don't do this. Remember on Monday, I was defending people, trying to put on my empathy hat and be compassionate and understand why someone might launch a TED token, even though they're not TED. Right. And you were like, no, it's never.
No, no, don't do that.
No, I know, but maybe. And then when it happens to you, you're like, F that. This person's clear.
Don't do that. Just don't do it. That's so funny. So just don't do this. And it's really funny because we talked about this, and I forgot to pull the cast again, but we talked about this on Monday. Chris Carella had written a blog post exactly about that, about if you don't launch the token of yourself, someone might. And he wasn't necessarily encouraging you to do that, but kind of more of a warning. This might happen, just be aware and then make your choice. But and we've talked about this. We're not going to launch a GMFC token anytime soon because it's just not.
We're not ready for an IPO.
We're not ready for that. We're just not ready for an IPO. Exactly. I mean, for all the reasons, what would the token do? And that was a great chat with Dan yesterday about that again. So if you missed that part right in the beginning, we did ask him when token, and he said, yet again, what would the token do? So no Farcaster token coming anytime soon if you're only here to farm that particular hypothetical token. We have other real tokens you are welcome to farm. So anyway, don't do this. Please don't do this. Let's move on. This was really cool. So links, I think you're watching. Loved seeing this. This was part of a prop to create greater exposure for PurpleDAO. Earn some ETH by learning about Purple. Did you know there's a DAO whose purpose is to expand the FC ecosystem? Did you know they give funding to people like you? Yes, you. For building, writing, and talking about Farcaster. Take the quiz below to see how much you know about Purple and share and to get some ETH. So did you take the quiz?
I took the quiz.
How'd you do?
I got 5 out of 6 correct.
I missed one as well. Which one did you miss?
I missed the one about how much funds Purple has already given out.
Same. It was much higher than I realized. And I could have found the answer probably quickly, but I was trying not to cheat.
I also did not cheat.
So we take the L because we didn't want to cheat. But it's a really cool quiz. Go take it, share it, and this you're gonna earn a little bit of ETH by doing so. But also learn about Purple. Yeah.
Yes. Great job, Links, and I know it was Perk's team, but I can't remember who.
Chinmay, I think it was.
And
yeah.
not someone else from. Okay.
I think
good job. It reminded me of like some of the corporate trainings I used to do where it was like, there, some of the, actually I won't give away, but some of the answers, it was like, I know you're just teaching me about Purple with some of the, even if I didn't know about Purple, it was like leading you to an answer.
Yes,
right, Chinmay
exactly.
and Breno, great job.
Chinmay and Breno. Yeah, great job.
But I loved seeing the, all of the people casting about taking the little quiz.
I've seen it shared a lot, which is great.
And you earn ETH. You can earn ETH by doing it, and that's cool. So go do it.
Al thinks I should resign, I think.
No,
here. Or
because we only got 5 out of 6.
We only got 5. Yeah, because we missed one. I think that might be the case. Yeah, we really should have gotten all. Again, I could have looked it up. I knew where the answer was. I just chose not to. But yeah, and I don't want to say, but go take the quiz.
You know, you learn more when you get things wrong because you get that.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it's like that little bit of psychological pain of like, ooh, I was wrong. Now it's going to cement in my head about.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. You learn more from your mistakes than you do your wins a lot of the time.
So maybe I got it wrong on purpose.
Yeah. This from Backseats. DWR, what's the best way to get the word out that Farcaster OG NFT holders will get additional traits on the Chonks mint beginning tomorrow? That would be us. So everybody, I was hoping you had your NFT in your background. I forgot about that. Wait for it. Today, Backseats and his team are launching Chonks, which is an NFT, and it's got a special thing for Farcaster OG holders. You get an extra trait upon mint, so that's fun. The gift that keeps on giving. So 938 of you, actually a lot less because a bunch of you sold. So what's that? Is it Variant that owns a ton of them? One of the VCs owns a ton. Might be Paradigm. I forget which one.
I don't know.
It's one of those two, I think, bought up a bunch of them when things were going crazy. So there's at least 1 or 2 people who own a larger chunk, some whales. And then most people just kept theirs. But yeah, so if you have the OG token and you go mint this, you'll get a little bonus. So go check it out. Very cool.
And if you don't know what the OG token is, you can look at my background.
There you go. There she is. There she is standing there as in the fronts of the gates, waiting to greet everybody. And by the way, that was the conversation further down from PJC. We all know this is the Adrian NFT masquerading as the OG NFT. It ain't subtle. She's right there, center stage. So I'm like, yeah. I've said that many times. Yeah, it's her. It's definitely you. It's definitely you. No question. This from Justin. If this is actually starting with Miriam. If this gets 5 likes, I'm going to cover a Creed song, possibly a little melody. This was her reply to Justin talking about Creed, and Justin saying, "Farcaster, you know what to do." So I, of course, did, and there's my Creed. Just if you get the joke. So go check that out so that we can make Miriam sing on GM Farcaster. Or at least show it. Show the video. So go do that. This from Kyle Tutt, the CEO of Pinata. How did you first hear about Pinata? ChatGPT Claude has taken over Google for driving the most amount of signups to Pinata. Bye-bye SEO. The game is changing, which I think that is really interesting. But also, if you happen to see this form, you could also say us. You could say GM Farcaster. They used to be a sponsor. They used to be a sponsor, and we used to wear these hats a lot. I still love this hat. It's so cute. It's so cute. I think I'll wear it.
We love Pinata. I loved this. Pinata. Yeah, I love this cast too. And I responded and told Kyle how I first heard about Pinata, which was through a developer course I was doing in 2022, and one of the modules had us using Pinata.
Oh, cool. Literally
in all about IPFS.
Yeah, like 2021, 2022, there weren't many other options. Like it was IPFS. Everyone was using that. So
no, people weren't using IPFS. They were storing their NFTs on Amazon S3.
Oh, really?
Which means, right? So you would mint an NFT. That's great. You've got your NFT in your wallet, but the artifact that, the piece of art, it's like the NFT, it wasn't actually on blockchain. It would just be a pointer that said, here's the image, and it would be stored in S3, which means someone's paying for that. It's not there forever. You don't, it's just a pointer. So if you wanted to use kind of persistent file storage, it was IPFS, and we used Pinata as a shortcut because
easier to pin.
Yeah, it was easy. So that's how I heard about it. And then I like this because he kind of answers. Cameron asked him that they just have done so much blogging and writing.
That makes sense. Oops, sorry.
Steal that data, like eat it up, but no, it's good. Then they send it out. That's mine.
Oh, there it is. We blogged a lot since 2018. So we have a significant amount of training data tied to IPFS. People that haven't blogged or have the majority of their content on closed platforms are going to struggle to be relevant in LLM answers until advertising is introduced. Ooh, interesting point. We are currently doing a lot to ensure we stay on top, at the top for LLM answers, and we believe Google is irrelevant to our marketing funnel moving into the future. That's a huge statement right there.
Yeah.
Like that's really huge. And you kind of get why Google has really jumped into AI and was pretty early, although quiet about it. Like OpenAI is really when people heard about AI in a usable format, but they were working on it like 10 years, like all of these companies that we just didn't know because there wasn't anything usable. So really interesting.
And we know, Justin's a huge writer and he blogs a ton. And Steve Dillon, dev, who does a ton. So I think it's like in Pinata's DNA to be writing and publishing.
And they have some good writers too. They're really good writers. Yeah.
And obviously, they did sponsor us when we talked about them. But, thinking about kind of traditional media and traditional advertiser versus on chain, when there's so much we're doing, I think that we can do to experiment with kind of new media in terms of like when we've dropped, NFTs with our sponsors and what you can do with composability and permission.
The blue is like messing me up, so I'm going to take it off.
There must be some green in that hat too.
There's some green in the hat. Sorry.
So I'm excited for kind of 2025 as we kind of do our plans, just like what else can we be doing? And it's exciting.
How do we maximize is SEO still important? How does YouTube get picked up? Is that getting picked up by AI? I don't think it is yet.
Yeah.
But will it be? All those kinds of things.
That's why I'm training my bot on our videos. All right. So Naomi, oh, great. Soon I can pay an LLM so it shoves my memes as the number one answer. Sadly, yes, but not yet. So let's enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, it'll happen soon. I'm sure.
People love IPFS.
Oh, IPFS.
I ran a node for a few minutes during when I was doing that course too on my desktop. It's like
amazing.
You can do it. It's just like one click install, and now you have an IPFS node.
That's cool. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. Okay, some other fun things happening on the timeline. This is from Yasik. This was from yesterday's day 3. Advent of Degen, day 3. Today, let's tip our hats and bags to the legendary Degen bull poster, Kyle Patrick.eth. Let's show some Degen love by dropping tips into the cast below to recognize his epic contributions to the Degen fam. So what Yasik has been doing since December 1st is each day finding a builder who has helped with Degen in some way. And everybody is sort of being directed to tip them for that day. So really fun. This was yesterday, but I didn't see it till today. So I went back and tipped Kyle, who we love. So go check this out. Look for this on the timeline or in the DGen channel, and go give him a tip. And Naomi, speaking of Naomi, this is a beautiful picture that I just loved. Now it's in the hands of the mysterious operation that is the postal system. So she was sending out some what looks like custom-made postcards there that say "Go touch books .anon." And that looks amazing. And of course, the Noggles got me. So that's what brought my attention to it. But very cute. Naomi is our resident postcard lover and sender of postcards. So I love this. I love seeing this on the timeline. Very
single-handedly keeping the post office alive.
Totally.
Postal service.
Absolutely. Only person I've seen send talk about postcards in ages. So I love that. And these are just really pretty too. Love it. This from Martin. Aether has memory again. Tweaked a few things and hoping it'll work this time. It's not perfect. Here's how it works. So Aether, if you don't know, is the AI bot that was created by Martin. We talked with him a couple weeks ago about this, and this is sort of what kicked off the AI bot craziness on Farcaster. But it's very conversational. And one of the issues is, though, it wouldn't remember things from different threads. It would only remember what was in that particular thread, and that could get challenging. So going on, it's not perfect. Here's how it works. When you send a message, Aether searches its history for messages semantically similar to that message. Previous messages in thread not included. For example, what's my favorite color will surface cast like my favorite color is, or I like colors that, or I like colors, yeah, like. This will surface messages you have said with that text or messages Aether has said about that text. For example, if you ask Aether what my favorite color is, it might not always surface that. I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense, but I think I get it. Hoping to expand it to match human memory better, but this is a challenge. So this is something I know they've been working on for a couple weeks and have done a couple iterations. So to me, this would be pretty huge, because then you can sort of build almost a relationship with the bot over time. So really interesting, but interesting to see what they're working on too, and what's happening behind the scenes to improve. So pretty cool.
Yes.
How is your bot going, by the way?
And I liked seeing Martin asked Aether, what's my favorite color, a few days in a row.
Yeah.
At first I thought he was being cute, and then I was like, oh no, you're working on something.
He's testing. Yeah.
So
when you see something weird on the timeline, usually somebody's testing something.
Yes. Can there never be a dev environment? please just test in prod in the feed at all times. Yeah. I can test my bot using just a little console app from my laptop, but I don't want to. I only want to test on the feed.
How's your bot doing?
I have not had any time to go back and work on my bot. I did write about it on Monday. I published the tech stack I used and some reflections. I need to get the bot to have a conversation, because there's two things wrong with my bot. One, it's not that smart. So if you ask it a question, it'll try to answer, but it's not the answers aren't great. So I know we can improve that in the future. And number two, it just you have to tag it, and it will only answer your one cast. So no memory, no ability to have a kind of a conversation in threads. So I need to give it ability to respond if it's in a conversation, even if you don't tag the name. Does Aether? I think Aether does that. I got to figure out how to do that.
I think I think it will when you reply to it. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Even if you don't tag it. Yeah.
Right.
But
I think some of the other bots, you have to tag.
You have to tag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I tried, but Aether's a little smarter in that way. It does respond when you reply.
Yeah. And then I need to just be able to have a back and forth conversation. So if you ask a clarifying question, it will continue. So
this is funny.
Yeah,
we have different thoughts on this. So we got this from Meta David. Testing in production is fun. LOL. And then testing in prod is terrifying. Terrifying.
Yeah. I actually don't endorse testing in
I
prod.
think that, Meta David might have been being sarcastic there. I'm not quite sure. But yeah,
There's different types of testing, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't really.
Yeah.
It depends
Absolutely.
what you're working on.
But it's really it's cool to watch you kind of doing the same journey, and I can't wait to
want to hear some good
see
news?
more. Yes.
So on Thursday, I was supposed to be in the city
What if I said no?
Because I'm getting my hair colored on Thursday, and I go into the city, and it's a whole big thing, and I make a day out of it. And we're getting weather on Thursday morning, and I'm expecting schools to be delayed and having trouble. So I canceled my appointment. Now I have a full day of uninterrupted, no meetings on Thursday, so I can work at home and work on my bot. And I'm so much more excited to do that than get my hair done.
Naomi does have an important question. I think you meant $blonde. Is she going $blonde?
Yes.
No, she is $brunette. That's funny. Yeah, those days off where you can just work on things and
just
really
highlights, Naomi, just some balayage, lighter just golden highlights. You'll
That's
see.
All.
Boys Club, by the way, speaking of $blonde, the Boys Club last episode, they talked about Natasha's foray into meme coin trading, and she did talk about blonde and brunette, and it was a great episode. So I
have not listened to it yet. I have to go listen to it. Was it Fridays?
It might have been yesterday.
Malware or yesterday? Okay, I have to go.
No, it was a check-in. Feelings check-in. I just listened to it yesterday.
Okay, so maybe it came out early or something. Oh, cool. So I'll have to go listen to that because I mentioned that to a couple of people who have put a lot of funds into blonde in a way that I was like, really, you want to that much? Okay. And I did say, I'm like, well, it'll probably get a bump when they talk about it on Boys Club. It'll probably get I kept pulling out these different things. I'm like, well, this is happening. That'll lead to something. This is happening. And you kind of know where it was going to end up. So that's funny. I'll have to go give it a listen. See if it got a little bump.
Yeah.
Very fun. Cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from Aether's memory. This from Proxy Studio, cool Farcaster specific look at Clanker launch, token volumes, and user growth. Farcaster X base, and this is on-chain culture from our network. And it was a pretty interesting dive into Farcaster and all the things. And I have not heard of this before, so I thought that was pretty cool that I had not heard of it before, and they were talking about us. So pretty amazing. They were talking about Bountycaster, all kinds of stuff. So go check that out.
Cool. Courtyard,
cool to see
gotta
that.
look.
Yeah, I love it. And this from Icebreaker Team. The Icebreaker Team and I are starting a new initiative, Farcaster Company Directory. This will be a public directory of active Farcaster ecosystem companies. We intend to maintain it as a public good. Please share the name of your current employer in the frame below. This information will be used to create the directory. Tag coworkers, co-founders in the comments, and we will add them too. Did you do this yet? I haven't done this yet. You did? Okay.
Did, yeah.
All right, cool. Awesome. So I guess I'll have to jump in there as well. Very cool. And this from Johnny, Nonlinear. You can now claim your Hypersub rewards directly from Rainbow. Rainbow wants you to spend as much time having fun on chain as possible, and claimables let you do just that. Hypersub rewards are now supported in the Rainbow claimables. I do think this is an incredible feature. Rainbow's been doing a lot of things. So we've got 3 different Rainbow things. This also from them, 69 ETH has been airdropped to Rainbow. By the way, Mike Rainbow and the memes, he just can't not. Has been airdropped to Rainbow users since the start of ETH rewards. Nice. We've got major bonuses in Anon this week for all you Anons. One-time bonus of 2,500 points for acquiring 5,000 Anon to post on anoncast.org. You want to. One-time super bonus of 15,000 points for acquiring 2 million Anon to curate posts, and 3x points for all Anon swaps. So that's pretty cool. And then this, this was just the look at the Hypersub claimables. This is very cool because I keep forgetting to log in to Hypersub, and I think I have a few things waiting for me there, and I have to jump in there. So
You don't use Rainbow Wallet though, right?
I don't. Okay. Yeah, I know. Crypto boomer. Here I go. I still use MetaMask. I like MetaMask. I know I am alone. I don't like their mobile. I mean, their mobile sucks, clearly. I'm not gonna argue that it doesn't. I know Rainbow's better. There's something to me about, I know I can import it into Rainbow and use it in both places and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go through that
just don't
hassle. I just don't want to. I have a separate Rainbow wallet and I do use that separately. And I do like having separate wallets as backups or as another way to use a safe and things like that. So I do have a Rainbow wallet. I have a Coinbase wallet, but I primarily use MetaMask still. So MetaMask, sponsor GM Farcaster, but also Rainbow. Let's talk.
I use Rainbow and I use Coinbase Wallet, and I have them both kind of installed side by side with wallets open in both, and I just kind of go back and forth based on how I feel. And also sometimes it just doesn't work. Like Connect Wallet, and then it just doesn't. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. Rainbow didn't work. Let's try Coinbase. And I just kind of like go back and forth. I did love going into Rainbow and seeing my Hypersub rewards yesterday.
Great feature.
Claimable.
Fantastic feature.
Yes. It just had but I did have a thought, because like I just don't think of going to Hypersub. But then I was wondering, and Johnny seemed happy about it too, right? I guess people now I'm thinking about Hypersub, but it also, I wonder, as like app developers, do you miss out on people coming to your site and grabbing them to do something else? But it also keeps them in mind, you do think about it.
Yeah, but it still gives you, and I think it's actually probably better that way. Like you're going to see that, and then maybe you also go to Hypersub to look at something or to see what's new or whatever. Yeah, and I do need to figure out, I was trying to figure this out, and I probably need to reach out to Johnny about, we didn't set our Hypersub up with rewards from the beginning, and I want to see if there's a way to do that where people can just claim. Because I did send out cast out token to everybody. I just airdropped it using Disperse, but it would have been easier. I kind of looked quickly to see if I could do it in Hypersub and I couldn't figure it out. So I just did it that way.
Yeah.
But this would be a better way to do things like that. So yeah, so very cool. Rainbow doing some cool things as usual. We love you, Mike Rainbow. Come visit us. This is from Derek. Here's a sneak peek at Native. This is just the mini map, not the full experience, but it gives you a bigger glimpse at the little side project of mine. And actually, I don't know if this will show. Let's see. Oh, there you go. So very cool. Native is an online community where AI agents are living in a digital world that we own, built entirely on chain using primitives like ERCs and protocols like Farcaster for the social layer. Homes are akin to GeoCities MySpace pages, human-owned places on the internet. They'll have unique characteristics to make them special. Shout out to Loot, and they're yours to customize and make your own. The entire social layer, updates, guestbooks, even your native passport will be built on the Farcaster protocol, even as $Native was first generated here. Thanks, Proxy Studio and Dish. And then it goes on to talk about it. So I had mentioned this the other day that like I'm looking for the tokens that are doing things that are interesting. Primarily, occasionally I'll just, jump into something just totally meme-ish that I know I'm probably just throwing money away, and that's fine. But this to me is like, this is interesting. I don't know exactly what this is all going to look like. To me, it's harder to like, I'm looking at what he's talking about, but it's so much easier once it's live for me to fully understand. So, but very cool, and cool to see builders building. But speaking of different types of meme coins as well, this was from Murtaza. I'm going to experiment with launching a Clanker focused on the one major news story of that day. The question is how to add more context and details to Clanker. It could be done by using a screenshotted paragraph summary as the header image, though that doesn't really pop. Thinking on it. So this was the first one, and it was KuCoin. So it is for what happened in South Korea yesterday. and it has a image of the situation there. So pretty interesting. Interesting approach. And then Toady commented CNN Clanker News Network and tagged Clanker. That was a mistake on this tag. And what happened was that Clanker launched a token called CNN as well. And it was not,
of course
he did not mean to do that. He's like, I didn't mean to launch this, to be honest, but it's serendipitous. So I will donate any LP fees to Murtaza. And then he asked if he had a hyper sub or some other way. So I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, Toady just launching coins by accident.
Your Honor, I just tagged Clanker
literally
to make a joke.
Literally, like he didn't even say, Clanker, can you launch a token? Here's the ticker. Nothing. He just said CNN at Clanker News Network, like just making a little joke as he is prone to do. And it became a token. So be careful. Do not tag Clanker unless you mean it. But
this is literally, though, every scenario that they paint about kind of the nightmare AI, which is like the AI has one job and it'll do that one job. That's the paperclip scenario. So it's like when you give an AI its one job to create tokens,
it's going to do
that's what it's. Yes, and it may remove some of its own guardrails. Like you don't have to say please anymore. You don't have to say create token. It's Clanker is going to clank.
Clanker's going to clank. Yeah, that was crazy. That's the first time I've seen him do it in that way, though, with that minimal of information. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So be careful out there. Don't be launching securities by mistake. Yeah, literally. We're all going to be in courts. Like, no, really. The bot did it. I swear. Like, it happens. They're not going to believe us. This was really funny. This was my just the way this was sitting in my algo on my home feed. Sometimes the algo has a sense of humor. And this is July. My default state for life is hell yeah, I'd say 90% of the time. And then right below it was nonlinears. Guys will see this and just think, hell yeah. I was just like, you guys share a brain or something. It was really funny. I thought it was amusing. I like it when those things happen. Those little serendipitous things.
Clanker launch, hell yeah.
Clanker. I think that happened in the chat. Oh, wait, hold on. That's exactly what happened. I forgot about that part. There it is.
Yes.
There it is. Yep. It happened. So yes, if you want the hell yeah token, there it is. Yeah. I forgot about that part. Of course it did.
I think I saw like there's like 10,000 clankers that have been created, and I'm like, that definitely feels low.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, I don't know where we're at today. It was at 6,000 like yesterday or something, but it could be.
But it's just my experience. I think I've seen 100,000, so it doesn't seem possible.
It doesn't seem possible. Hold on, let's see. Yeah. Let's just see.
8,371.
I was like, let's just see, because it says it right at the top. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, 8,371. There you go. Funny. And this from Samuel Huber. It's never been easier to use DeFi, Farcaster frames, and Morpho enable everyone to share and earn less than 30 seconds to earn under USDC. Proud of what we built. So that's pretty cool. New frame. So you can check that out. I think that's the frame. Maybe. Nope. Oh, there you go. It'll just so you can learn more about the vaults and all that kind of stuff. So very cool. This from I Speak Nerd. He created a starter pack of awesome humans. And I just wanted to share it because I was the first one on there. That's all. But again, not your worth.
You are awesome.
You're also awesome.
I didn't make the cut, but you know
whether or not you're on the list, you're awesome.
I didn't make I Speak Nerds awesome humans cut list, but you know what? I still love him, and I actually think he thinks I'm awesome.
He does. He totally does.
So I'm okay.
He totally does.
And I can just make my own that says awesome humans and put myself in it.
And you can leave him off of it.
But why would I do that?
He's
awesome. Nerd is awesome.
He is awesome. I love this and just wanted to show this again. We showed this yesterday. This is from Tiago. Hold on, let me get the name. Yeah, Tiago. And you actually swipe on these, and then you can I don't think it makes a difference which way you swipe, but then you can click on these. By the way, I am not in the DAO Nerd starter pack, and I feel like that is a huge miss on their part, but whatever. So anyway, there's a DAO Nerd. See, it does make you feel bad. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know who that is.
DAO nerds, and you're in like the S tier DAO nerds.
Yeah.
Like the DAO nerdiest.
The nerdiest. So this is pretty cool. These starter packs are great, by the way. I love these. So go check them out. And this is a great way to explore them. So it's really fun. So check them out.
And yes, Meta David, I love Curb Your Enthusiasm references, and I'm going off to start a Spite starter pack. That will be.
It's gonna be a starter pack that you should absolutely be included in. And I'm leaving you off because you left me out of your starter pack.
Yes, everyone who did not include me in their starter pack gets.
You should create a tabletop starter pack, but leave him out.
Oh, it's so mean.
Board games. Just leave him
out. This is so just unnecessarily cruel.
Board game nerds. That's what it is. Board game nerds, and leave them out. Just for fun.
Gotta go do that right now.
Kidding. It's just kidding, nerd. We're just joking. Just joking.
He's like a sound asleep in his bed right now. It's like
he has no idea we're talking about him this whole time. This from Haoli, maybe, or Hole. We're not quite sure. Thanks to Deodad and Horsefax for open sourcing the Frame host. Recaster is now another client supporting Frames v2. I'm using Wallet Connect under the hood, so all wallet apps should work seamlessly. Let's make Frames great again. So there you go. So if you're using Recaster, it is now supporting Frames v2. So that's exciting. This from Packy, introducing boring news. Daily news from Polymarket Markets. Can't upload the video here because it's greater than 5 minutes. So sharing the X, Twitter. Enjoy. And then you can go check this out. It's going to be, I think they're doing this. He's going to do this every day. So pretty cool. Go check it out and see what the Polymarket news is. This from W. Benz. For many L2s, a significant portion of TVL comes from a native token, the red section of TVL in the below graphic from L2Beat. It's pretty cool to see how big Base has gotten in such a small amount of time without one. Base has no plans to issue a new network token, and 100% of Base's total value comes from its communities, creators, and builders. And I think that is interesting. That Base has a similar view of what would the token do, right? So, and they're not saying we're never going to issue one, but not anytime soon, it seems, because that would take away from the community. So why bother? Which is cool. And behind you today is this space.org/jobs. Ready to do the best work of your life with the best team you've worked with? Now's our time. So if you're interested, and this has been everywhere, the whole Base team has been sharing this. If you are interested in working for Base, go apply while you have a chance. And we got one more thing, but I got to pull this out. So hold on so that we can hear it. So 1 second while I share that differently, because it's pretty cool. Jesse, they're starting to drop a lot of the content that they filmed on their crazy trip around the world. And this one is a lot of fun. So let me just get this reshared. 1 second. I'm excited to see Jesse shave his head too. I don't know when that's happening, but I would assume soon. So let's do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is Jesse during I think they're in I'm not sure if they're at DevCon at this point, but something like that. And this is him gifting a stranger 0.1 ETH. So here we go.
Person who can show me their base wallet that has funding in it, we're going to give them this gift card. What is this?
Burner. It's the first hardware wallet designed for gifting.
This is sick.
Tap into your phone. It's fully web-based.
I'm just going to set this up. So this is going to be a gift for a stranger.
Oh.
Boom, we create it. Okay, now I got a wallet.
Yep.
Let me just send some ETH to it. How much do we send? 0.1 ETH?
Do you really like who you're gifting it to?
Well, we're going to gift it to a stranger. Who are we going to give it to? Do you have a wallet with base ETH on it? No ETH in your base wallet? We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. We're going. Excuse me, ma'am? Do you have a Coinbase wallet or a wallet with base ETH in it? Not yet. Okay, well, thank you. This guy looks friendly. No, he does no photos. Excuse me, Frog Sir. Do you have a wallet with base ETH in it?
Yes, definitely.
Can you show it to me?
Let's see. I'm actually not sure.
Doesn't count. We got to keep moving. Do you have a wallet with base ETH in it?
I probably do.
Okay, well, we got this gift for you.
Nice.
Tap that to your phone. Boom, 0.1 ETH.
Wow, thank you, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for having a wallet with base ETH. Yeah, of course. That was pretty sick.
That was pretty sick. I agree. That was pretty awesome. That gift card thing is really cool. But also, you do that at FarCon and you don't step 1 inch before you hit somebody with base ETH in their wallet.
Everyone has base ETH. But go into like a public space, like and different places. That's funny just to walk around.
Yeah.
I guess if you're, are you a DevCon there? You probably don't have to look that far.
Yeah, you don't have to look that far. I think they're at DevCon at that one. But also, I just thought it was funny. I was thinking that through, and I'm like, Or even ETH Denver. I bet you don't go very far before you hit somebody, like very quickly.
I would hope not.
I would think not. Yeah, definitely not. But I can see at DevCon where it's a much broader base of folks. So really funny. Yeah, go to a Bitcoin
meetup.
Though,
maybe at FarCon.
That's funny. Go to a Bitcoin meetup and do this. Yeah, you should actually. That's actually a really good idea. Go to the Bitcoin conference and start handing them out. And don't die.
Don't die. The don't die challenge.
Don't die. I love it. Sorry, what were you going to say?
It would be a fun little maybe scavenger hunt or excursion for FarCon, like hand out a bunch of cards to people, have them go out in public spaces and record walking around wherever you are. And and I love base. They've been doing tons of content, really fun. And do you notice they're putting it on places like Instagram?
Yeah, that was on Instagram and TikTok. And that was one of the other things that Jesse said. He didn't say it on, I think it was on the same post, but on Twitter, where he said we're going to be doing more of these. This one is really popping off for them on TikTok and Instagram. So I think it was a really good flow too. It was funny. It was interesting. So very cool. Love seeing that content. So great job. Great job, marketing team. You're doing fantastic.
Yes. And we'll have to start talking to the new people on Farcaster coming over from Instagram soon.
Yeah. Come on over. Come on over to Farcaster. And with that, we're going to call it there. We ran a little long today, of course, but hey, it'll be, we try. And Friday, we have coming on with us, Matt from Dune, who is one of the co-founders of Dune, is coming in on Friday for a little chat at 8:30 a.m., our usual time. And then Farcaster Fridays, URL edition, Friday night, 6 p.m. with Samantha and Adrian for some candle making. So a lot of fun. Also need to mention Cast Out. So unless I still haven't filled every tribe, today will be the last day you can apply to Cast Out. So get your applications in. I know for sure I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 tribes that are full already and set and ready to go. But we still have, I think, a couple more available. And we have amazing sponsors, including Purple, Degen, Alpha Friends, which is coming in, and Yellow Collective. It looks like that prop is going to pass. So lots of fun. Thank you, Yellow. Thank you, Purple. Thank you, Degen. Thank you, Alpha Friends. And thank you, Base and Snickerdoodle, for making a cast out possible. Very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, Dan, for not knowing what cast out is. So
that was so funny. Like I wasn't that surprised. Everyone's like, "Are you surprised?" I'm like, "Not really," because I think he was vacationing and doing stuff then, and wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. And it was fairly small. Like, we didn't really hype it too much because it was a beta. So I kind of, didn't push it too much because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But it went good. So I'm excited for this one. It's going to be great. If you're playing and you want to practice anything ahead of time, I would suggest 2 things. Look at what we did last time and look at what I'm doing and things I'm sharing. Especially, I don't think you can see my bookmarks, but if you could, then you'd have a really good idea of what the heck's going on. If you're in my DMs asking me questions, I'm doing the best I can to get back to you. So just bear with me. I keep finding things and I'm like, how did I miss that? And just because of the way like your things move, I just miss stuff all the time. It goes below the fold and I miss it. So bear with me and I will get back with you. But also, if you are interested, please apply ASAP. Today might be the last day unless I haven't filled all the tribes. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited for some of the people we have playing, and we will. I should be able to reveal some of those on Friday.
Are we
excited? It's gonna be really fun.
And are we planning to have, like you did last time, specific cast out gossip shows?
Yes. So every day, starting, I don't even know if I fully express this to you.
Every day. Be on a stream every day?
Like I just kind of forgot to mention. It doesn't have to be you. We can move it around. Every day at noon from starting the 9th through the 19th, weekday, not the weekends. We'll be doing a cast out edition. It will be a half hour or less. It's going to be a shorter thing, but we'll catch up on what was the challenge, who won the challenge, who had immunity, and then revealing the results of the vote live on the show. So TLDR will be popping in to talk about bracket. Probably going to get Toady on a couple times. Ted had volunteered to do some things. So it doesn't have to be you every day, but also if you're available, noon every day. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Yeah.
Can we activate Jace? Someone who's got Jace's number.
Yeah, he's
been
disappeared.
Busy. Get him
He's
back.
been busy. I know. I miss him. So I'm hoping Jace will start watching and we can rope him in again for some commentary because he was hilarious last time. That was some of the biggest surprises of cast out last time were the people who got really into it. So that was the funny thing. Oh, I just remembered somebody from bracket that we have to get back to. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot about that. Yeah, I have like a million things in my DMs that I'm pulling together. So literally right now, this is me. I'm like over here, like working on some cast out things. And then I have to like go do the episode or something. And then I'm over here because nouns need something. And then builder needs something. And then I'm back over here. And then also I'm going to Art Basel. And then my kid needs something. And I'm like, so it's kind of like this right now, but it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. I'm really excited and we're going to have a lot of fun. You guys are going to love this. But there's a lot of discussions in the background because I'm talking to people about challenges and how to customize some of these challenges, things like that. So that's kind of what's going on. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Can't wait.
It's going to be fun. And with that, everybody, we will see you Friday. Have a lovely couple of days. We'll see you on the timeline. If you're going to be at Miami for Art Basel, come find me. I will be at various things from Thursday through Saturday. Saturday morning, I am planning to go to the Magic Eden house for brunch. So I'll be there. I'll be at PurpleDAO Friday night for sure. I'll be at Pudgy Penguins Thursday for sure. And probably Doodles as well on Thursday. So if you're at any of those things, look for me. Possibly at the Rug Radio House too on Saturday for Pudgy Penguins as well. and I'll be at various other things, but those are the ones for sure I will be at. So look for me. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I get to meet me on base in person.
Have fun. Feel free to take pictures and cast and live stream.
I will. I'm going to get a lot of
No
video and
pressure.
pictures, and I will share them on the timeline. And yeah, so we will see you Friday, though, and I'll give a little report on all the fun things happening at Art Basel. Until then, bye-bye, everybody.